Hey, I'm Kylie of Kylie M Interiors, blogger, online paint color expert, and e-design consultant. Today we're looking at Benjamin Moore Pashmina. Pashmina is a greige paint color, so that means it sits in between the cooler look of gray and the warmer look of beige. It also has some undertones, which we're going to get into shortly, but first we're going to talk about LRV. LRV is light reflectance value, tells you how light or dark a paint color is on a scale of 0, which is black, to 100, which is white. Pashmina sits at 44. So there's medium depth colors and there's light depth colors. And then there's a place right in the middle, I call it the light medium depth. This is Pashmina. So whereas light colors can wash out in a super bright room, a color with an LRV of 44 in the light medium range is not going to wash out as much. However, if you have a dark room, it's going to look pretty heavy. So it does need a reasonable, let's say average amount of light to really do a good job of it. Overall, it is a moodier color. It's kind of a classic, sophisticated neutral. Now for the undertones, it was tough because Benjamin Moore doesn't have a lot of great comparables to Pashmina. It really is a creature unto itself, and I love it. I've loved Pashmina for a long time because it's subtle and neutral, but I do have a few to show you. So Bennington Gray is not gray, which is why you never trust a color based on its name. As you can see, Bennington Gray is a beige, legit. Now it has a yellow undertone with a bit of green in there. I've got it here to show you the real greige base of there and how in southern light, Pashmina can warm up that bit more for sure, but it never gets remotely close to the beige end of things. We also have Stone Hearth. Stone Hearth is a really great comparable because it's actually a bit more of a taupe. So greiges tend to favor a little green undertone. Taupes tend to favor a little bit of a purple pink. You can just see the edge of that here because both of these are very, very subtle colors with very subtle undertones. That shows you that shift there. Stone Hearth's a bit warmer. Pashmina is a little bit more, I wouldn't say more gray, but has a little bit more gray in it. And I usually like to keep it within the brand for comparison, so you have ones to look at, but because I was running out of comparisons, I went to Sherwin Williams just to show you. Sherwin Williams Amazing Gray is a super greige color. I would say it's one of the more balanced ones. It actually shows you the warmth in Pashmina, as while it is a greige, it does lean that little bit warmer versus grayer. Amazing Gray also has a green undertone. And a new gray, that's a greige, that's a really interesting one. It can actually pick up either undertone, but it shows you again that little bit more warmth that we've got in Pashmina. Now if you have, say, north facing light, Pashmina is going to lean that little bit grayer for sure. Would you notice the green a bit more? Not necessarily, but if you have a lot of green outside your window, it definitely can cast in and Pashmina will happily pick it up. If you have south facing light, afternoon western light, even morning eastern light to a degree, Pashmina is going to lean that little bit warmer, but again, it just never really goes beige. Now you are going to be wanting to paint some trim, maybe some cabinets, so let's look at some whites. Chantilly lace is Benjamin Moore's whitest white. And while it works, absolutely, I would say that's quite a sophisticated look. It is a bit clean, whereas Pashmina is an earth tone, so it's a bit softer. If we go down just a bit, add a bit of warmth, we hit Simply White. That's quite pretty. Simply White, you have to be careful because it does have some yellow in it, which can really come up in south-facing light or with warm bulbs. White Dove. That's where I'd end up. So White Dove is a soft, warm white. So whereas Simply White was cleaner, had a bit of yellow, this has warmth, but it has a neutral base to calm it down. So you can see that really nice combo there. So that's Benjamin Moore Pashmina. I hope you'll visit me on my blog where I have hundreds and hundreds of articles on paint reviews, decorating up ideas, budget-friendly tips for your home. I also have an awesome Instagram feed, and thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel.